How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I have for you all the Signature Series Vladimir Guerrero debut. You unlock this card by completing all of the Signature Team moments, collecting all 6 other Signature Series cards, locking them in, and earning this 7th Signature Series card, Vladimir Guerrero. Solid outfielder, right field, and he has very similar fielding to what Babe Ruth would have in right, I would say. I mean, 70 fielding, he'll have a little bit higher reaction in 77, but this is going to be the squad. I did go ahead and swap out Tony Gwynn for Rogers Hornsby to add in another righty on the bench, but we're going up against a really good team. He's got Wainwright on the mound, Tony Gwynn, Chris Powers is his creative player, Rogers Hornsby, Ted Williams, Chipper Jones, Willie Mays. He's got a stacked team for sure, and he is a World Series opponent. So this is the first game of ranked seasons that I'm playing this month, and it will be on All-Star difficulty simply because I'm in the 650 rating. I'm not sure what this opponent's rating is, but we'll go ahead and get into Vladimir Guerrero's debut at bat. As I pulled one just foul, I was waiting for a pitch inside, and I hit a no-doubter, but it was foul. So, unfortunate. I tried to sit back on the curveball. He set me up with the sinker up in the zone, and I was a little bit late on that. Figured he would come right back with the curveball, and he did. I just missed it. Got it off kind of the handle of the bat and didn't really get the exit velocity I was looking for on that swing. But only the first at bat. However, the opponent has something going in the first inning already. He has Tony Gwynn on first base and a chance to score him with Ted Williams up in 2 outs. So I avoid the 2-out rally, a ball to the warning track. Anytime you're playing on All-Star difficulty, you never know what the opponent's going to do at the plate. You expect them to put up a lot of runs. You also have to put up a lot of runs yourself simply to keep up with the shootout, especially with the recent patch. But in this one, so far, only 1 hit for each team. We kind of had an opportunity to score in the first inning, and we weren't able to. But in the second inning, Roberto Alomar is sending one deep right center field on a 12-6 curveball, or a curveball from Wainwright. Definitely a little bit of a hanger, and trying to respond well on the defensive side with Zach Greinke on the mound, showing some range from Ted Williams in left field. He's been pretty solid for me out there since picking him up. I've only played a handful of games, including some viewer games and everything, but so far he's made all the plays. There's Vlad's first opportunity in right. He does make the play. It was a line drive right to him. I would think Vladimir Guerrero would play just fine out there for you in right field. He does have the increased reaction time, like I mentioned earlier, with comparison to Babe Ruth. He also has the increased speed, which will help, and of course the arm strength is huge there. But had an opportunity in the second at bat with Vlad, 0 for 1 already, make it 0 for 2 now with a double play. But I'm looking to do something with him. I know that card is really good. He has a very nice swing. Would have liked to go up against a lefty in this gameplay, but Adam Wainwright is the pitcher, and I'm going to look to try and get something going. Only a 1-0 game so far, and I fully expect this opponent to try and make a comeback. I mean, he's able to square the ball up pretty consistently and hasn't really had too many opportunities up until this point, but does have a couple of hits and a couple of hard hit outs. So, I mean, just as I say that, Tony Gwynn goes deep. I threw a fastball in the outside corner, and I missed over the middle of the plate just barely, but that's really all it takes in this game. It's extremely difficult to locate pitches, especially on All-Star. But we're down 1 run, and I have a chance to tie the game up with Chipper Jones. I went with the power swing on that last pitch, and it was an off-speed pitch, a changeup thrown 79 miles an hour, good okay contact, 91 off the bat. And I didn't barrel it up all the way, might have got it off the end of the bat slightly, but at least I was able to get rewarded with a base hit up the middle. With Lou Gehrig, that's going to be big. I mean, nice 2-out rally could potentially take the lead or tie the game up, but we don't do either of those. Line out to second base there. I felt like I was on that one, but just got on top of it maybe a little bit, and that resulted in a line drive. But the opponent responds with a solo shot of his own in the bottom half of the inning. Ted Williams goes deep, making it a 3-1 game. A couple batters later, 1 down in the inning. Willie Mays is also going to go deep on a solo shot. So this opponent was definitely able to hit the fastball inside. I wanted to throw that sparingly and felt like the off-speed was probably the move against this dude. I felt like I was getting him with the curveball, unable to strike him out, as we see right there on that pitch. But very tough at-bats from this opponent and making it very difficult for me to try and get some outs. I was nervous to throw him anything in the zone simply because anything I threw out of the zone, he was still able to hit it. We saw a nice base hit from Mike Piazza that kind of got his rally going earlier in the game. But anyway, I brought in Ken Griffey Jr. for Zach Greinke, and he check swung there. I don't really know what happened. I meant to full swing. I felt like that one could have done some damage, maybe even been a home run if he fully swung. But nonetheless, not able to get anything going. Then a line out from Honus. We have Vlad up again. and he's 0 for 2 on the game so far. I was looking for a fastball up and inside. I dropped the PCI there at the last minute. It's just something that is caused by just reflexes. I saw the pitch up in the zone. I tried to hit it and dropped the PCI at the last second. Anyway, resulted in an 0 for 3 so far with Vlad, but there's still plenty of game left. I plan on getting him a couple more at-bats, trying to get him 5 at-bats in this game. If I'm able to try and get something going. I mean, I'm out hitting the opponent right now, but it's simply just base hits. I only have that one solo shot with Roberto Alomar earlier in the game, and luckily Ted Williams is going to help out with that. He sends a 2-run shot to center field. That was a changeup over the middle of the plate. I squared it up. It wasn't a no-doubter animation, but definitely not able to rob that one. Now we have Lou Gehrig up at the plate. He sends a base hit through the right side there. After a couple of runs, it's much easier to hit this Adam Wainwright now that his confidence is a little bit lower. I'm looking to get a 2-out rally going. Pablo Sanchez smacks one into the gap, and that's going to be extra bases. I'm unable to score from first base, though. 64 speed, unable to capitalize on that one. And we brought in Frank Thomas as a pinch hitter. I'm looking to do some damage. He brought in Zach Britton as a reliever. I brought in George Brett first and then went with Frank Thomas. So I kind of wasted George Brett in that situation, but I felt like it was worth it. In the top of the 6th inning, I had a chance to take the lead, break the game open a little bit, and I just missed that last pitch with Frank Thomas. But luckily, the opponent gets a check swing as well. That probably could have been a base hit, a ball into the gap to start off the inning. Definitely changes the inning. So both of us getting those check swings in crucial situations, I guess, kind of even out. But at the same time, I mean, this opponent was barreling up a lot of pitches. He was squaring it up consistently. He had some lineouts in there, so it's kind of going both ways. But Vlad's 4th at-bat, a 3-2 count. He's going to send out a no-doubter that ties the game up. So that is the clutchest hit of this ball game. A very clutch home run to tie the game up. We have Sergio Romo coming in for the 2nd inning of work, trying to get even 1 out in this inning. I was facing a couple lefties, gets Lou Gehrig there to start it off. Now he has Mike Piazza to deal with, so wanted to try and get through this inning. I know that I'm going to have my pitcher spot coming up here pretty soon, depending on how many base hits I can get in this next inning. But anyway, I'm trying to manage the bullpen wisely, so that way if he takes the lead, I'll still have some guys to go later on in the game, as well as if the game goes extra innings. So trying to strategically plan the game out, try not to use a lefty for just one batter in this situation, just in case. So anyway, got lucky there on that last one. Line out with Ken Griffey. Chipper Jones comes up extremely clutch as well. Recently picked up this Chipper Jones for making World Series the last season. Facing this brand new Luzardo card. Don't really know too much about this dude, but I have faced him a handful of times, and he seems like his motion is very easy to pick up. I got extremely lucky with that late jam base hit, as you saw from the feedback. That should never be a hit, and I kind of felt bad at the same time, but it's a tie game. I'm looking to try and score this run that I was pretty much gifted. Able to go 1st to 3rd with Lou Gehrig on that one just because it was simply hit pretty slow. But we have Pablo Sanchez coming up after Roberto Alomar, and he sends one up the middle, so that's going to cash in another run. We go 1st to 3rd again, and I noticed that this guy was throw canceling a lot in the outfield, so I thought about trying to take the extra base with my creative player. Luckily I did not, though, because I didn't want to get too aggressive to get myself thrown out. That last at-bat was horrible with Ty Cobb. I went with him as a pinch hitter, actually contact swung, and got the RBI in. But just as I square one up with Honus Wagner right there, he lines out to right field. Vlad is up in his next at-bat after the home run, and he actually hits one up the middle for a base knock. So he goes 2 for 5 in this game so far. Not sure if he's going to get another at-bat, as we only have one more opportunity since we are the away team. Even though I'm the away team, though, we're still playing at Ship It Field. So this guy he definitely had a good record. He's definitely a good opponent and has an opportunity to come back here late in this ball game. I mean, it's only a 3-run game. I had an opportunity in that last inning to tack on a couple more runs, and I just blew it. I mean, had a great situation with Ty Cobb. I grounded out to first base and only resulted in 1 run. But anyway, we have Andrew Miller in the ball game. I'm going with the fastball up in the zone, and he chased it. I mean, we didn't really get this guy to chase too often, but I felt like I set that one up pretty well. He was early looking for the fastball, so I felt like the best way to try to get him to chase it is to throw it way above the zone and hope that he doesn't hit it out, because I can still see this opponent hitting this ball for a home run. He just misses that one the other way, hits it to Vlad, and then he rage quit or dashboarded. I'm not really sure, but we lost connection there in the 8th inning. Still down to his last 3 outs. He still had a chance to come back in that last game. Definitely a good game all around. He was in the DS as well, so maybe he wanted to play that game on Hall of Fame since he had gotten to the DS. But anyway, that's the Vlad debut. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys can unlock that card, as I posted a previous video showing you guys some tips and tricks on how to do that. But anyway, I'm College Lefty. If you enjoyed, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.